along those same lines, we've talked about how big the NFL draft has become. And obviously that's this week. And just how insane, how we've thought like NFL, I know, Ted, I know baseball is America's pastime. And the MLB, Major League Baseball, is still, near and dear to your heart. But the NFL, to think that the NFL draft gets the coverage and attention, it's not even a game, the draft. And think about even like schedule release shows for the NFL gets such big attention. It's amazing. NFL is king in this country. And I don't know about you guys. This is the most hyped I've been for the NFL draft in a while because I feel like the Lions are right there. I honestly think they're a player or two away, especially now that Rodgers is officially out of the division.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Lions are a player or two away from winning the division, going to the playoffs, and maybe finally winning a playoff game for the first time in Jared's lifetime. And the draft is where they can do it. They have 2 first-round picks, and we can all give our thoughts on what we think they should do. I think the Lions should go defense with those first 2 picks. The offensive line is fine. Skill players, I think, are fine. Quarterback, obviously, is fine. Go defense. Add someone next to Hutchinson and make that D-line legit. And then get, I think, a corner or linebacker and really make that defense a strong unit. And you've got yourself a division winner. I don't want to see him draft a quarterback in the first round. I don't want to see him draft a wide receiver in the first round. You don't need to do that. Even with the Jameson Williams BS that went on. You don't need to draft a wide receiver in the first round. Defense in the first round, make that unit strong, address the other positions later on.
See, I'm not so I was actually thinking about this, man. There's really not a position they could draft that I would really hate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, quarterback, obviously that's a big risk, that's swinging for the fences. And you just hope you hit a home run. Even that, I'm like, kind of like, let's see what happens. I mean, I'm a golf guy, but I wouldn't hate it. Wide receiver, I know obviously the big story has been Williams. I mean, what a puzzling kind of week it's been as a Lions fan. A lot of people are disagreeing with the rules, saying, oh, well, maybe it's not clear that these are the rules. The way I look at it, they are harping these guys on gambling. Yes, it's a little bit hypocritical. Ted, you tweeted out how basically everything is presented by FanDuel or DraftKings on these NFL broadcasts. So it is kind of funny. I don't totally understand the rule, placing a bet on another sport in the building, but you just got to be smarter than that. I think they've definitely made that clear. You cannot do that. I'd be surprised if they were not told that. There's no way they were not told that. So I'm not even going to play with that. But the way I look at Jameson Williams and why I wouldn't hate drafting, Smith and Jigba or one of these stud wideouts in one of these first 2 picks, man, is we've seen him make plays when he's on the field. Lions were 5-1 when he was in the lineup, but something, and we've heard rumors about, his kind of persona around the team and whether he's a diva or that type of thing. We haven't heard anything concrete about it, but why not bolster this offense a little bit more? Let's add a little bit more firepower, especially now that he's suspended for 6 games. I would love to see him draft in Jigba out of Ohio State. I know that doesn't really address our needs. I know we're already kind of loaded at wide receiver, but hey, it's more fun to watch on TV. And as long as we take an edge or some other sort of defensive end or linebacker with one of the 2 picks, I'm fine with it. So I don't hate strengthening your strength.
Yeah, I do lean more to Matt on this one. Strengthen the defense with the first couple picks. But if Holmes already had on the board that he was thinking about a wide receiver with that first pick or second pick, I'm okay with it. I would not be okay with it if it was a reaction to the Williams suspension,
Right.
I mean, people were losing their minds over that. And my initial thought when I saw it come across, I thought, what on earth? I think we all thought that. But then when you look at it, and Matt, I think you tweeted or texted it, it's 6 games. It could get appealed. Maybe it'll be lesser than that. I mean, 6 games out of 17. Is that really going to kill you? I mean, it's going to keep him healthy for the stretch run. If he changes his attitude, if he indeed does have a bad attitude or, a diva, as Jared would say, that's up to Campbell and his staff to clear that up or you just get rid of him. I mean, It's that simple.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't think they should change their whole draft strategy just because Williams got suspended for 6 games. Now, even though I said defense, I was just, while you guys were talking, the one offensive pick I'd be fine with if Bijan Robinson was there at at one of those picks, probably not number 6. That's pretty early for him. But if he was there at that later one, I wouldn't be upset at that because I know they signed David Montgomery, and I know like Swift is still there, but we know he has injury issues. If they could get Bijan Robinson, kind of like what you said, Jared, make a strength even more strong, I'd be fine with taking him. I just think, like I said, I think the offense right now is okay. They brought Marvin Jones back at receiver. Obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown is turning into a stud. If they can just make the defense, especially now that they traded Okudah away, and we know how good Hutchinson was, shore up that defense a little bit more. And I think we can be right there. But either way, Brad Holmes, it's hard to question the decisions that he makes because he's got a good track record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pretty much batting 1,000. It's awesome. Where are you guys at on the NFL draft? I know Ted or Matt, you said basically how it became such a big event. I'm all for it. I love it. It's honestly probably a top 3 or 4 like sporting event of the year for me. It's a must watch. The drama, you have to watch it live. You can't watch it on DVR, Ted, or you might as well just not even watch it.
Yeah.
The drama, the live, the Laramie Tunsil type situations, the guys falling in the draft, the reaches, the Zach Wilson getting taken second. Everything about the draft, I love it. I can't take my eyes off of it. The production is A+. Now that they have these events, now it's not COVID or whatever. Now that they're live on location, the events is awesome itself. I love it. NBA draft, not so much. I'm not as big of a guy about it. I'll still watch. But as for the NFL draft, that first round, I watch every second of it.
Yeah, I'm with you on the first round. I mean, the next couple rounds after that, that run the next couple days, I probably will DVR it. But it's must-see TV. The first round, especially anticipating who the Lions are going to get. I was just having the thought while you were talking that, man, Matt, next year, take a look at your schedule. Get a vacation coming up here for draft day at Ford Field. The 3 of us ought to do a podcast down there. I think it'd be awesome.
It would be fun. That'd be the perfect remote opportunity, especially if we could figure out like one of the bars, one of the watering holes down there. Maybe do something down there. That would be a really cool idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, the draft, it's just wild how whether giving ESPN credit or whatever, has made the NFL draft into must-see TV because, like you said, Jared, there's something always happens, whether it's trades or whether it's some kid on social media does something stupid. Someone's wife, like Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend at the time, wife, does something crazy. There's always like stories like that happen too. I love it too because like the Lions being right there, but being a big Michigan fan, I like seeing where their players go. I like seeing where Michigan, even other Michigan State or other Big Ten players, seeing where they go. It's just awesome, and it seems like it's something that like everyone is. It's one of those events. I think, Jared, you've talked about it when we talk about certain sporting events or other things that like at that time when it's happening, everyone is either watching it or they're on Twitter keeping up with it. It's one of those events that when it's happening, that's what everyone is watching. Or, they're on Twitter keeping up with the picks or, whatever it is. Like it's one of those events that at least the first round, like you said, Ted, maybe the later rounds, not so much, but the first round. So Thursday night, if you're not keeping up with the NFL draft, you're like me with Game of Thrones. How I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I was an outsider with that.
Still got to get into it someday, Matt. Great show. Great show.
Never give up on it.